You are now listening to the Inner Circle Podcast Network.
Never die. 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 Never die.
Fuck you.
All right, it is Monday, but guess the fuck what? It's been a while. I came back. I needed to regroup. I got my shit back together. I had a hell of a fucking last month, and you know what? That's what it fucking be like. But before we get into today's podcast, I would like to thank Jon Andersen's Thrive Body Transformation Program. Look, if you're trying to lose weight, get in shape, get your ass in gear, look for a different way to live your life, the kind of way where it's like, I want to lose weight, maintain, look good, feel good, and just do something different. Guess the fuck what? You can easily do that with Jon Andersen's Thrive Body Transformation Program. Look, just mention the Angry Dad, and they'll take care of you. CH Concrete, serving the San Francisco Bay Area. That is CH Concrete, serving the San Francisco Bay Area. No job too big, no job too small. Residential, commercial, does not matter. CH Concrete can help you. Just mention Angry Dad, and they'll take care of you. CBD Relief. Look, a CBD oil, an ointment, a treatment that I don't got to touch, I don't got to use. I literally roll it onto my fucking arm. I have nerve damage. I have pain in my shoulder. I had a botched surgery. And, you know, I want relief, and I get that relief with Ready Relief CBD. Link is in the notes. Get 25% off your first order at Ready Relief CBD. All right, Official's hip-hop inspired street brand. And you know what? It has got the fucking old school, makes new school, looks smooth, feels good, high quality fucking shit. And you can get 25% off your first order at official.com. Just use code AngryDad at checkout. And you know what? If you order over 50, it is free fucking shipping. So guess the fuck what? 25% off. Free shipping with over $50 off. Yeah, whatever the fuck it is. Guess the fuck what? Get hooked the fuck up at official.com. Link is in the notes. All the links are for everything that I talk about are in the fucking notes. Get hooked the fuck up. And you know what? Let's get right into the show. Look, I have a wizard with the pizza, a wizard on the internet. And you know what? Half of the Simmons and More podcast, the CAMPC. If I even say it fucking right. But you know what? Let's get right into it. Adam, thank you for joining me.
Hey, bud, that's a lot of words. I'm impressed that you said at least a portion of them correctly. Good for you. This is what your 549th episode or something like that.
Oh, at 566. That's what we're at now.
Yeah, that's many podcasts, dude.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of podcasts. You know, I'm going to tell you something that I haven't told you yet or didn't tell anybody else, but I just found out by the doctor that I'm full of shit. So, you know, and it's the technical term and the physical term. So, you know.
You'll be joining the IBS gang soon?
Well, I don't know if it's the IBS gang, but I was having this stomach issue where my stomach was like distended from the top. So it wasn't like a normal distension where like, you know, it'll come from the bottom, but it's coming from the upper part of my abdomen. And I had to go get a CT scan and go see the gastrologist. And they were like, you're full of shit. Like he's all, you eat, you shit, right? I'm like, yeah, it's because you're putting in, putting out. So I last 2 days I've been just shitting liquid because I got to take this like it's basically just tastes like a sugar water. I drink it and then immediately just erupt.
Do you know what it is?
They just they can't officially tell me what it is or why I have it. They just, but okay. This is just me putting 2 + 2 gets 4. I got the COVID booster shot, you know what I'm saying? And I'm very highly susceptible to COVID. I got heart issues. I got all these problems where I have to be immunized. I have to have these things because COVID caused blood clots. And guess the fuck what? I had a heart attack because of COVID. So I got to stay up to date with what's going on. So I got the booster shot, immediately got sick, had this ridiculously throbbing like leg pain. And then all of a sudden, the top of my stomach kind of just started piling up for no fucking reason. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I see the doctor. Doctor's all, you look fine to me. You know, you got to go through the process of elimination where they're like, here's the diet. Here's this. I'm like, look, my diet's on point. You guys can physically see how large I am. And you can see where I'm having a distension where it shouldn't be. Right. But yet, you know, we got to walk through the process. I get blood work. I get all that bullshit.
Stomach distension. So it was your small intestine and your large intestine were so backed up that it was coming back up.
Yeah. It was just the lower intestine, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the lower intestine. And apparently the lower intestine runs across the top of the abdomen at least the top portion of it. And so that what was causing the distension was because it was just completely not impacted, but full.
I'm very well versed in gastroenterology and the problems because I'm like, self-diagnosed. I hate doctors. I'm not a big fan of doing that. I spent a lot of time with my mom being in a hospital and stuff like that, where I'm like, okay, like, I'm not going to self-diagnose a broken arm, right? But like, at least I know my body well enough, at least back, when I was an athlete, I, could I'm acutely aware of what goes on in my body, regardless of what shape or what condition I'm in. So I understand, so me with my IBS and shit like that, I became very acutely aware of what part of my intestines were being inflamed and what this and that, and what steps I can take here or there to rectify, excuse the pun, issues. And I was more small intestine problem. So that sounds like a large intestine problem. And that's like the top half, and then it gets into the small intestine. But yeah, you're probably eating like a ton of red meat, like way too much red meat, way too much iron, shit like that, too much B12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, and that is my diet, but that's one of those things. Just like you said, you spend a lot of time understanding and get it, and and that's the thing too, is like the great part of like doing what I do. I have access to some of the best and brightest in the field of like dieting and bro science dieting. Like none of these people have degrees, but like I have access to professionals. Exactly.
Same here. Big bro
science. Exactly.
Yeah, you know what? I tummy ache. I eat 3 olives because I'm allergic to them.
Hey,
bro science the shit out of it. Guess what? 6 hours later, I'm fine.
Yeah, perfectly fine. And that's the thing too. Is like I've learned to throttle my food, hold back with food, restrict food, change my, like there's all these different techniques to keep the stomach digesting and moving. But I never had an issue till I got the shot. And then as soon as I got the shot, all of a sudden, like, my poops were fine. My diet was fine. I was looking good, looking lean. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm like, and like talking and reaching out to everyone that I could, like, hey, I'm having this issue. What's going on? And everyone's basically troubleshooting the same thing that I'm thinking, like, okay, try this. And I've basically been trying it.
Now in the, your vitamins and your minerals and your supplements and all that, do you do like a pre and a probiotic? Do you do any sort of like gastro G checking at all?
I do pre-pro, and then I also do a gut lining. Like there's certain vitamins that I have to take because like I have I'm gluten intolerant, so that's one of the first things that I ever noticed, like any kind of diet change, because of the prescriptions that I have to take for the heart attack. It just caused me to not process gluten right, so I had to like figure ways to either be able to digest certain glutens or certain glutens I can't. So anything that's high refined I can't touch at all. But if anything that's like homemade, where it's not like this ridiculously glutinous fucking process, or like even certain gluten-free ones will mess me up, but it's because it's so highly processed, I can't really fuck with it. So like, like anything from like a local baker or local shop that are like freshly made, it's not going to mess with me. But when I buy something out of a store package, it fucks with me.
Of course. Yeah. And that's all the processing chemicals and stuff like that. It's like when I alluded to being allergic to olives, I'm not allergic to olives themselves. Like I can have olive oil, I can have things of that nature. It's the brine and the processing that I'm allergic to that like fucks with my stomach. So, it like I said, you put so much good shit in your body that once you have something terrible, you're like, oh, why have I not left the bathroom in 3 days?
Exactly.
And I had to eat fucking Chick-fil-A because that shit is slamming.
Yeah, no, that's it. I eat one thing that's out of my processing of what of my daily intake, and then all of a sudden, but also too, that's that give and take of like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to deal with the consequences, because I don't know how many times I've done that. But like, oh, I'm eating this horrible pizza. It's not a horrible pizza, but I'm eating something that I cannot process. I'm gonna eat a tub of ice cream. I'm gonna fucking, and then guess what? The consequences are the consequences. But I don't like dealing with the consequences when I don't take anything that I'm not supposed to be taking.
Right. Yeah, I'm on like I do the On It Total Gut Health. because Creatures is sponsored by Onnit or whatever. So I do that, and I take like a ton of B vitamin and shit like that. But I just try and keep the diet to where it's supposed to be. It's tough, you know what I mean, working in the food industry. Sometimes you can only eat like a handful of spinach, or you can eat this or that or whatever, a quarter of a chicken breast that you're cutting out, and then that's what you eat for the whole day. And then your body holds on to that because it's like, oh, we're not going to be able to eat for the rest of the day.
Exactly.
It throws your gut for a fucking loop. And then you're like, well, fuck. Like, I know I ate, Shake Shack fucking 2 weeks ago, right? Am I still having issues from that? It's like, no, stupid. You're not eating right. Like, you have to take care of your body. It's your fucking engine. And I don't know if you find this, but I find that when my gut's balanced, my brain works better. You know what I mean? So, that is the engine that keeps your body moving, as they say. So,
no, it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because like as soon as I eat something, because I have two modes after I eat. I'm either working real hard or going good, or if I eat something that's just like we said is not within the parameters of our diet, I'm asleep. I'm dead. I'm in a fog. Like my wife already knows it. Like as soon as I eat something ridiculously greasy, I'm gonna sit down. Don't ask me to do anything for the rest of the day because I am shot.
It's 100% correct. I've been known to take a nap. There was times. There's this place called Telurchio's up by me. That place that made that Igor. So that's just a regular ass fucking sandwich from there. And for you guys that are listening that don't know, go follow Telurchio's on Instagram. They're like a legendary local deli. I'm a regular at, luckily enough. But I've been known, like, you smoke an L, you take a couple of CBD pills, if you have an anxious day, and then the wife comes home with a Telurchio sandwich and a couple of fried raviolis. Soon enough, she'll put something on the TV. It's 6 p.m. I'm out.
That's it.
Nap. I'm snoozing hard, and then I'll wake up at 11, and I'm ready for a fucking day. And she's like,
what I'm saying?
It's 11 p.m., my dude. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'll make a cup of coffee and do some artwork, or you know what I mean. I'll write or do something like that. But I've been known to take a nap, but only like in the late afternoon. Like you'll never catch me. You know what I mean? If I wake up at 6:30, I won't take a nap until I have like one of those crazy sandwiches, and then the CBD, the kind of settle me down. That's like a perfect concoction. It's like when you're 20 and you smoke an L and you jerk off. I dare you to try to stay awake.
Exactly. Yeah, your plans are shot.
You're done. You're a wrap.
Oh yeah, no, this is like out here we got like I said, I don't know if they've even reached the East Coast yet. They have exploded all over California. We have Ike sandwiches, and Ike sandwiches was made famous to Richie
Adam Richman.
Yeah, Adam Richman on
Food Guy,
Man versus Food. He came down to San Francisco, and the original Ike sandwich place is called the Kryptonite Sandwich, and it was literally everything and anything in it. I'm talking about all the meats, all the bacon, anything fried, jalapenos, chicken tenders, onion rings, like fried pickles, zucchini.
Do they call them fat sandwiches out by you? They call those fat sandwiches around here. That's
out here it's the kryptonite.
If you ever hear us talking about Nellie's fat sandwiches on San PC, there was a deli around the area that it's right by the college or whatever, and it's like a rite of passage in Jersey. It's like when you between 18 and 24, like if you don't have a Nellie's sandwich, like some fat sandwich at 2, and this place stays open until 4 a.m. It's the best. They open at like 2 p.m. right? You can't get them for lunch, even though they're sandwiches, right? And then they're open until 4 a.m. So like they don't start their busy shift until 10 p.m. when the stoners start rolling in.
That's it.
The pizzeria, but everyone goes in there for the sandwiches.
Yeah.
And then, they make those sandwiches like with the fried raviolis on them and chicken fingers. And, you get a double cheeseburger with French fries and chicken fingers. And then there's the cheesesteak on top of it. Then they cover it in fucking sauce and dip it. You know what I mean? Like it's like a whole fucking thing, man. I am a fan, but again, that's one of those things, man. Yeah. I think, when I come out to visit, I'm going to have to hit Ike's. Obviously.
Oh yeah. Now they have the biggest variety of sandwiches because like most places we have we have all the basic sandwich places like Jersey Mike's, fucking whatever the other fucking ones are, Subway. And the only thing that we have that's a local thing to us is called a Togo's, and Togo's is a Bay Area staple for sandwiches. And I have a certificate. I have my hat. I was put into a drawing. 30 minutes, you eat a family-sized pastrami sandwich, and you got entered to win a fucking year's supply of sandwiches. I didn't win the drawing, but I got the hat and I got my signed and sealed certificate.
There you go.
22 minutes.
Fuck yeah. I could probably put down some pastrami, dude. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever visited New York?
Never, bro. Never.
Okay,
I'm going to though, but never.
Okay. So when you're here, first of all, obviously, like, we're doing a pizza tour while you're here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, we're both gonna be in the ICU with Tony.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to get down.
Let me get that colonoscopy now.
Right. Clean me up now.
That's it.
I want the one that the fucking Kardashians do. We're gonna go, uptown and get that shit cleaned out, and then I'm gonna come out smelling like lavender, and then we're gonna go and fucking go on a goddamn pizza tour. But there's a place called Katz's. Katz's Deli is like,
oh yeah,
that's like the legendary spot. But like, it's ridiculous. It's stupid. Like, it's a sandwich this big. Like, it's 5 sandwiches worth of food.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
what I like.
$40. Yeah, it's $40. And then their pastrami sandwich is like, bro, I fucked up once and I ordered like a tuna because I love fucking tuna fish sandwiches.
So do I.
I don't know why. I fucking love them, right? It was like one of those things outside of peanut butter and jelly while I was growing up, because like I didn't have any money. Like, you didn't have any money either. It's like peanut butter and PB&J is like all day, every day.
All day.
Every once in a while, I'd get a tuna sandwich, and that was like the shit. Yep. Tuna on rye. Oh, the little cracked black pepper and some salt, like a fresh Jersey tomato right on top of it. Fucking send me into fucking outer space. I'm good with that. So I was like feeling it that day. I was like, it was the summertime. It's like, I'm going to get a tuna sandwich. Bro, when I tell you they put like a half a pound of like straight up wet tuna on 2 pieces of rye bread, I was like, yo, can I get like 9 pieces of bread? Because now I can eat this like fucking chips and salsa. There's no way that I can eat. Because like, if it's turkey or roast beef or something, you can kind of like figure.
You can handle it.
Yeah, there's no way. Like, I'm like, I need a fork with this. This is a joke. They're like, yeah, I mean, nobody ever orders this. Like, you're kind of crazy to order that.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Definitely fucked up, my dude. I was like, all right, fine, fucking whatever. Can I have a quart container to put the rest of my sandwich in?
You know what I'm saying? So I'm eating tuna salad now, goddammit.
Fuck yeah, exactly. I'm taking it on the Subway. I'm eating it right out of the like Chinese food.
Let me tell you, I grew up and like we used to eat tuna all the time, but my grandma used to do it this way, where she would basically a tuna and eggs, and just make basically a tuna and fucking just like if you make an egg sandwich and just mix it together, put it on the fucking bread with a couple of jalapenos and some tapatio, and it was like, that's it. Yes.
Yeah. Every Mexican household I've ever had tuna fish at was exactly the same way, and I love it. I do, I do like now avocado and like either sriracha or there's this company called Truff. They make truffle hot sauce. Yep. It's the fucking best shit of all time. So I'll do like a little bit of the white truffle or the black truffle sauce with like 6 avocados and like some fucking tuna on some Dave's Killer bread.
Yep.
I'm fucking good. That's I love that shit.
You know what? One of the things I grew up eating, and a lot of my family members, they all went to jail. They all spent time in the pen. And so it's every time they would come home, they either stay with us or, they just come over and hang out. Because my where I lived with my grandma and my mom, our house was the hub of the entire family. So everyone always came, always stayed, or basically would be there, 24/7. There was always someone visiting.
It's the holiday house.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so my uncles would come in and we'd cook top ramen, or they'd crush it up and then just make spread. So it'd be like the top ramen, tuna, eggs, like all these different seasonings, and like making these gourmet ass fucking trash meals, and then put it on. And then basically it would just be like ramen, eggs, tuna, salami, pastrami, like all kinds of like shit, chopped up beef jerky. And then we put it in a sandwich, and we'd all be eating in the backyard like that. And they'd be like, isn't this so good? I'm like, at that time, yeah. But then I look back and I'm like, what the fuck was I eating?
For real. Yeah. Trash can nachos for real, dude.
For real.
Yeah. I love that. Like, that's like, but here's the thing about that is like, that's your soul food. you know? And it's like a lot of people hear the term soul food and they immediately think like fried chicken, collard greens, like predominantly black Southern food. But like the food that feeds your soul, the things that speak to you on like a molecular level, like everyone's got something different, right?
Yeah.
Like regardless of where you're from, you've always got like that one meal that your mother made for you that would just like, it would change your fucking week, dude. Like say it's Wednesday, you're coming home from a game, you know what I mean? You got you know, whatever's going on in your life, maybe a girl left you, whatever, like you lost like your basketball game, or like you got your ass kicked, whatever, someone stole your Pokemon cards, whatever fucking weird situation you were in, and then you came home and your mom, like for us it was like chicken cutlets with homemade macaroni and cheese and then like some broccoli, that will and then like the extra cheese sauce would go on the broccoli and then with the cutlets, or like if she didn't make the mac and cheese, the white rice, but she would still make the cheese sauce. Son, I would do anything. I would do anything to have that meal. You know what I mean? Like, that's like soul food for like my dad's baked ziti. I like, a lot of people assume that I'm Italian because I have thick eyebrows and I'm a pizza guy and I talk with my hands because I'm from New Jersey, but I'm not. But my dad makes baked ziti, and that's soul food for me. You know what I mean? When my friends come to my house and they're like, "Oh, make something," like, "Can you make dinner or whatever?" Like, I'm taking one of those two options and I'm doing that because that is like, and we were, you know, you and I were having a conversation about this earlier. It's really important to put your love and your soul into a craft, right? And food is very, very much an art, like it's an artisan thing. You know what I mean? That's why everyone's favorite aunt is the best cook in the family. Not, you know,
exactly.
Like, you know, my Uncle Tenny is a great barbecue guy. You know what I mean? And he's everyone's favorite because, you know, like shit's going down because he's starting 3 days before and he's smoking meats and he's doing, you know what I mean? He's putting the love, he's loving the effort of that. Right. And that in and of itself, that's what soul food like means to me. So when you get a guy that, you know, loves what they're doing, regardless of it's trash can nachos or if it's fucking, you know, penitentiary fucking ramen, whatever it is, it's like, if it's done with love, you're like, fuck, I really like, I love that shit, man.
Oh no, it's the fucking best. Like one of my, and I don't make this meal ever, but it's my favorite. But the only thing is the reason I'd never make it is because it never comes out the way I want it to come out. Like my grandma, my mom worked 2-3 jobs all the time. My grandma always stayed home and watched us, but we're from the hood. So like, if I got in trouble, my mom would punish me. My grandma like, just come home before your mom comes home. And so that was just always the thing. And she always took care of us, but she would make basically just cook ground beef, drain nothing, put corn, green beans, chop up potatoes, whatever seasoning she ever put in it, cook it. And then we'd all, and it was in a 2-bedroom house. There's probably about 15 of us at one time. And so, you know, we'd have this big meal, and 5 o'clock on the dot was dinner every fucking day. Like, does not matter.
I grew up in a 2-bedroom with 8, and dinner was at 6 on the button every single night.
On the button. So if you weren't there to eat, you didn't eat. But, you know, I was always on time for dinner. So, and I'd eat like this huge bowl, and then after we would get done, she would always make so much for like the next day or two, or like even for lunch, put it in there and literally just put the pot in there. The grease would be like this fucking, like an inch thick. And so you have to dig through the grease to get the food, but then you didn't throw away the grease. You just put it in with the food.
That's right. And, so when you heat it up, you can just use it as the fat.
All the sauce. You drink that grease too.
You better believe it.
Yeah, for real.
Flavor is
no matter how many times I make it, it's never the fucking same. But that, like I said, that was always my definition of whole. Like, we eat that 4 days out of the week.
That's like it's like Mexican goulash.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what that's how everyone always says. I was like, look, it just tastes fucking delicious. And and you know, that craft, that time, whatever she did, because like I said, she I can never wash the dishes right. I can never clean the rooms right. I can never do nothing right. So she would have me do it and then be like, get the fuck out, because I need to fucking do it right. And so, you know, like it just, that's how I grew up my whole life, where never really cooking or cleaning or anything, because she always handled all that. And then, you know, as I got an adult, I had an appreciation for a clean house, a clean smelling house, and things put away where they're supposed to be put away. So, you know, she definitely made that impact on me because, you know, I've been around where it's like, goddamn.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I was lucky enough to experience an unlucky situation while growing up that gave me a lot of really good life lessons and a lot of tools that helped me further myself, you know, not only as a man, but like as a human, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, most people know this, like if you listen to my podcast or if you know me personally, my mom was sick for the majority, is still currently, but from when I was 12 until right now, like my mom is still fighting to be healthy. But we, you know, I have two younger brothers, you know what I mean? Someone had to cook.
Yeah.
My dad works, you know, 20 hours a day running a heating and air conditioning business.
Yeah.
Like, and my sisters are off doing whatever, gallivanting, living their lives, et cetera, et cetera. So it came down to me, unless we had like an aunt come over or something along those lines that would help. So I had to learn how to cook quick. And you know, Bobby Light and my brother Kyle is the exact same way. Like they are not shy about telling you how the fuck it is. You know what I mean? So you had to get good quick. So we all learned because we had to, you know what I mean? And it got to a point where I would do what in the culinary industry we would call a stage, right? So that's when you like say you're a cook and you're coming into town, you want to work a little bit and you want to learn how to do the shit that I know how to do. You would come and do a stage. You would work like an internship kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I would do a stage at like the local deli or like, you know, the babysitter that we had during the summer while there's no school. Our parents would send us out to a babysitter's or whatever.
Yeah.
We called it Aunt Peg's. So we would go to Aunt Peg's house. There's like 50 fucking kids there, right?
Yeah.
But she would pick like, look, I can't feed all of you at the same time. Y'all motherfuckers need to start learning how to do shit.
Yeah.
So I was always like, cool. Like, cause I'm hungry. I'm a little fat kid, right? I was like, I'll work in the kitchen. No big deal. So I would learn how to make sandwiches. I would learn how to do like little things, pasta, box mac, and shit like that. So I picked up a couple of things in my pretend stage, right? So that like I had those to lean on. I'm like, cool, guess we're having sloppy joes again tonight, guys.
You know what I'm saying?
Spirals and fucking hamburger helper or whatever. You know what I mean? But I learned how to cook at a necessity. And then it turns out that my happiest time was, you know, being able to feed the people that I was protecting, the people that I, you know what I mean? And then it got to a point where like I was pretty okay at it. So I would start making enough food for when my dad came home, you know what I mean? So he could just come in, nuke it, flip it, whatever, eat out, and then wake up at fucking 4 a.m. and get back to work. You know what I mean? So it got to a point where, you know, I'm 15, 16 years old. It's like, all right, I'm at the cookout. My grandpa, Johnny Pizza, he was the guy, you know what I mean? He was in front of the 72 steak grill that my father hand built, you know what I mean? And that motherfucker he's, you know, spinning everything. He's making salads. He's cooking all the steaks. And I'm like, hey, Pop, like, do you need help? And he's like, sit you down, young blood. You know,
about to learn.
He's got the, you know, the Fruit of the Loom t-shirt on.
Yeah.
He's got glasses down to here. He's got all his gold jewelry on because he's like, I swore he was 90 years old my entire life. And he had a little red handkerchief tied around his neck because he ran a kitchen. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he was like, all right, let me tell you, young blood, when you start to hear this and you start to do that, and I started to pick up game off of him. And my love for cooking came from being able to spend time with him because like he ran a restaurant. You never saw him unless it was at a barbecue or something along those
party.
Lines. Yeah, right. A party or like, you know, my father and him were part of the Elks Lodge. Yeah. So when the Elks had a picnic, like Bobby, so they called my dad Simbo and Johnny Pizza, they were running the kitchen at the Elks. Yeah. So who was their little sous chef? Who was the guy who was doing all their prep cook? It was me. And the love that I saw my grandfather put into his food was just like, it just clicked. And then when I tried to do something else in my life and he was like, hey man, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah. Like my graduation party, like I graduated college. I just put myself through school. Like I just learned how to like, be an adult. I have a degree in criminology. I have a degree in English. Like I'm feeling myself. I'm like training to get into the police academy. I'm passing all my tests, doing this, doing that. And he goes, "Hey man, not for nothing. When was the last time you followed a rule ever?" And I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" And he's like, you fucking hate authority, dude." He's like, we pulling you out of fucking cop cars. You're doing this, you're doing that. You're always getting in trouble. You're fighting with your brothers. You tell your parents to go fuck themselves. Like you're riding your bike on the fucking roof of the school and shit. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just having fun. They're like, yeah, that's not fun, man. That's called breaking the rules.
Breaking the law.
You don't follow the rules, my guy. And I was like, well, I mean, I'm different now. Because I have this degree. And he goes, yeah, no, you're going to be miserable. But here's the good thing. What do you like doing? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I'm so ingrained in school, and I want to just do the right thing, and I want to get a good job, and I want to have benefits, and I want to have, a good, healthy family life, because that's what my parents told me that I should do. And he's like, yeah, what were your retirement plans? And I was like, oh, I was going to open a deli, potentially like a pizzeria or something like that. And he goes, yeah, just do that. And I went, what?
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, just do that. He goes, you're personable. You're great. You don't, follow the rules. You hate authority. It's not that you have a disdain for authority. You're actively wearing a Rage Against the Machine t-shirt, and you're saying, fuck authority. Like, you could suck my dick. I hate this. This is dumb. Fuck the rules all the time. Like, you're saying that all the time. I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, because that's what I thought teenagers do. They're like, no, you're like a man now, and you still don't care about authority. You don't care what people think about you. Like, you're going to be the worst cop. You're either going to be the greatest cop of all time or the worst cop of all time. And I got to tell you, is kind of leaning like you ain't fucking RoboCop, Jack. Like, you ain't Arnold Schwarzenegger. You ain't fucking Rambo. Like, it's cool. It's romanticized or whatever. But like, in 15 years, when you're an alcoholic and you got a kid with a wife that you can't fucking stand, and then you fuck off and you fly off the handle and you shoot someone by accident, or you do something that's going to hurt someone, your life is going to be ruined. You don't want this. You do not want this life. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm just going to go work in a kitchen then. Pop, thanks.
And that's how it goes, like even for myself, like I've been married twice, and me and Kristen are married now. This is my third marriage. But the thing is I've learned so much from my first two marriages, because in my first marriage I was a workaholic. I had my first kid at 18. I got a job that was literally 6 days a week, 12 hours a day at the minimum. And so a lot of times I'd almost work 17 hours a day, and then they would give me an option to work on a Sunday. So technically I'd have like 1 day off a month working foundry work, like the most brutalist hardcore work you could ever do.
You're a workaholic. You don't get to be fucking gigantic because you're lazy. Let's be real.
Exactly. No, it's the truth. And, I did that for years. And then, it just ended up being a cause and demise of my first marriage, because I just worked too much. I missed out on my first son's everything. And, my second son, I was able to be there. My daughter, I was able to be there. My youngest son, for everything, because I had learned from that experience. But, and so with the second marriage, I was just too accommodating. Like, I was just doing too much. I was just always trying to help out. So with that happening,
you course corrected in the way.
Yeah, exactly. I'm an all-in person. Yeah, exactly. I'm an all-in. That's how I've always been. If I flip a switch, I'm only one way. If I flip the switch, I'm the other way. So I had to teach myself how to be a certain way to not do that anymore.
Yeah, but I got to tell you, nuance is not you. You're not a nuanced guy. Nah. Like, especially when you're young, dumb, and full of cum. If you're fucking before you're 30 years old, you're fucking you're going in dick first. Yeah. Hard.
All day.
You know what I mean?
all day. Yeah. And and with my second divorce, I had I'm basically sleeping on my mom's couch, lost everything. Don't know what to do. I'm like trying to figure out how I'm going to take care of my kids, how I'm going to take care of myself, how am I going to deal with the situation. I'm having all these fucking like what do I do moments. And my mom's just sitting there across the couch from me, just like looks at me and is like, what do you want to do? And I never in my entire life, I grew up knowing I work. Yeah, I work.
Yeah.
I take care of the bills. I pay for everything. This is all I know how to do.
Yeah.
And then she
destroy. I just want to crush.
Yeah, that's all I want to do. 24 fucking 7.
Yeah.
And I looked at her and I was like, I want to be like Arnold. You know what I'm saying? Because that was like one of my passions is his movies, his comics, bodybuilding, training.
Yeah.
You know, it's always been that like one point I've had, like, I've always seen it, but I just never knew how to direct myself towards it.
Yeah.
And my mom just fucking.
I watched Pumping Iron like 48 times, dude.
Yeah.
I get it.
That's what I'm saying. And somehow she was able to steer my burning ship and was like, there you go. You know what I'm saying? Like when she asked me that question, that light bulb went off in my head. And then I asked her, I was like, well, what about the kids? And she's all, I'm here. Like my mom worked 2 jobs still at that time, but she's like, guess what? I'm here. Yes. When they're here, I'll take care of them. You go do what you got to do. And so, and it's just like things lined up at that time where I was working 12 hours a night. And because I had to leave my day job, I had a cushy day job, making good money, only working 6 hours a day. But unfortunately,
that's
I can't. Yeah,
that's death.
Yeah. But I can't pick up and drop off the kids because I work within those times. So I take a huge pay cut, huge step down, and work at night. So I'm working from 6 to 6 in the morning. And what I would do is I would get home from work, sleep for about an hour, get the kids up, dress, feed them, take them to school, go to school, and then I would go immediately to the gym right after I dropped them all off, work out from fucking 8 to 12, come home, sleep from 1 to about 2:30, 2 o'clock, go pick them all up, bring them home, homework, food, and then I'm taking a nap and then go straight to work after that. So I was literally running off of like almost 4 hours a night of sleep for like, I want to say 5 years, just like that, grinding it out. Got huge,
nuance is not something that you do.
Nah. Like I said, and that like the amount of growth and change that I had in that moment in time is just like, it's just so crazy because like I learned what passion was and to have happiness to what I want to be at. And so I steered myself in that direction still. And that, like I said, it took me to the path of podcasting. It took me to the path of doing all these great things that I ever wanted to do in my life. And shit, now we're talking together, me and you, because of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a crazy thing once you actually ask someone what you want to do and they're not in like 4th grade. Yeah. I want to be a fireman. I want to be a fucking police. I want to be a nurse. Shut up, you fucking idiot. No, you don't. Nobody fucking wants to be a goddamn fireman. People fall into like, there are times where like you'll wake up and you'll be like, all right, like I watched Backdraft and now I want to be, you know what I mean? But
it's the truth,
dude. I wanted to be a fucking astronaut, and then I was like, all right. So in high school, they were like, "What do you want to be?" I was like, "I want to be a fucking astronaut." And they were like, "Okay, like what's your actionable plan?" And I'm like, "Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna fly fighter jets, right? I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be Top Gun, Tom Cruise, Maverick and them, right? They're gonna call me Warlock. I got a whole fucking name." I figured out what my helmet's going to be. They're like, dope. Take your glasses off. How many fingers am I holding up? Go fuck yourself. And I was like, all right, dope. I guess that's done. What am I going to do? Now. What's the next thing? I guess I'll become a cop, right?
I'll tell you right now, like growing up, because like I said, I grew up in the barrio, bro, the straight fucking like the hoodest of hoods, all my family, huge fucking name. Like because of who my family is, I have a reputation to hold up. So like even at that moment in time in my life, in my teens, I'm gonna say about 13, me and I had 4 friends and we all communicate, we all still talk, we all fucking get down, but we all grew up knowing either by the age of 18, we're either going to be in jail or we're all going to be dead. It's just one or the other. There was no wishy-washy because like we all were living that life. Yeah. It's like, look, we're all going to, in the path that we're leading right now, it is clear as day. You're either going to work, and we'd all joke and say, like, I'm either be dead or in jail. Because everyone always asks, what are you going to do when you turn 18? I'm like, dead or in jail. What do you want me to tell you? Because this is what we're doing. We're doing gang ass shit on the fucking streets. And, I at 17, turned 18, had my first kid, and never having a father in my life, only my mom, my grandma, and then I had my uncles and stuff too, but it was always just my mom, my grandma. And I was like, I will not leave my son like this.
It's time.
So, exactly. It's like, no, this is no, this like I will be there for my kids because my father was never for me.
Right.
And
but then you went full on, I want to give them everything that I can. And because you have no nuance in your life, you're like, okay, I'm working 20 hours a week, 20 hours a day, every single day to try and get them everything that I can. And my father was the exact same way. My dad, my real grandfather, right? He passed away when my dad was 6 years old.
Yeah.
My dad got his first job at 7. He's one of 9. My grandmother didn't, they had no options.
Yeah.
One of 9, mother of 9 by herself in the 50s, in the 60s. You know what I mean? You got to go get a job, right?
Yeah.
So my dad only knew one speed. You know what I mean? And I, similar to you, it just clicked in my head as you were saying it. Excuse my dongle, everybody. I get fidgety when I speak. I have to, because I have to do 90 things.
I'm the same way, brother. I'm like, I don't know how to stand. My hands. What do I do with my hands?
Right. I don't. What do I do with my hands? So it just clicked in my head is that I was the first son, right? My dad had 3 daughters from another marriage, right? But they were living with their mom, and then they would come and live with us or whatever. So I was the first son. So my dad was working all the time to just give me everything that he could, right? And then the second son, he was kind of around like a little bit. And then the baby, Bobby Light, he was there all the fucking time.
Yeah.
I'm like, motherfucker's going to soccer games and he's buying them Transformers. And
cheering for him.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? All the congratulations.
Right? Like, I couldn't get you to come to my fucking chorus meet or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, my football games, he was there, right? But it was like 1 hour a week that was allocated to, you know what I mean? But like, he didn't have an option. You know what I mean? He had a sick wife. He had 6 kids. He had a fucking mortgage. He had everything that he had to do, take care of it. And he's just like, my dude, I was half your age and I was working. Like, he worked in a photography, in like a photo development place. My dad became a photographer, and that was his passion. And then as he got older, as he had more kids, he had to like kill his passion and just become a robot. And that's why he was like, all right, like, I learned a trade while I was in high school. It was heating and air conditioning. I'm going to, be an HVAC guy. So he did that. And I was like so close. Like, I was a tin knocker for years, man. Like, I was an HVAC guy for many moons. And I was having a conversation with my dad, and he goes, what do you want to do? Like, what? It was like in that weird period where it's like, I'm in college and like, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And I'm like, well, like, you build this business. Like, I want to take this, and this is like this seems like a pretty easy transition. He goes, do I look happy to you? Yeah. What? He goes, do I look happy to you? And my father is me, just older. The way that he speaks is the exact same way that I speak, and it's annoying now. I was annoying as a kid, but it's even more annoying now because I know that I have his mannerisms, and I'm like, oh, I'm Adam Simmons. And he goes, no, the fuck you're not. He's like, you're Bobby the second. So my dad was like, do I look happy? And I was like, no. And he goes, I work this job so that you don't have to. He goes, you are not getting this business from me. If you want to start your own business, you go ahead, do that. You got enough drive, right? Go ahead, do it. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. He goes, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, go do something else. I'll see you later. And that was like an eye-opening moment for me. And I was just like, oh, like, I thought you wanted like your legacy to live on. He goes, no, my legacy is that I want my kids to be happy. And I was like, I don't think I've ever heard you say that before in my life. Like, it took you, 30 years for me to have this conversation with you. He goes, I don't want you to fucking do this shit.
Hey,
like,
it's the truth though.
It's like, he goes, I'm miserable, but I've been miserable for so long that I don't know anything else. Just don't do this. And I'm like, all right. I guess I'll go fucking fuck off then, Dad.
That's what it comes down to. Because like my mom, because like I said, my dad was never around. She always worked 2-3 jobs all the time, 24 until my youngest sister left. You know what I'm saying? Go live her own. She's living her own life now. And my mom's like, I don't have to work anymore. And now she travels. She works at Walmart as a clerk, and I work 6 hours a day just so I can keep benefits.
Right.
And she's
Right.
well, she no longer has, because she's been putting in that fucking work for all these years, and now she's having a happiness where she doesn't have to work, and now she's like, I don't know what to do, so she's always doing stuff.
Yeah.
And and that's where I got my work ethic from, is
I was
watching my
gonna say,
mom.
does that sound familiar?
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. It's like this,
Between
that's
your
just how this
grandmother
goes.
and your mom and everyone else around you, even in the barrio, even with your friends, even with the gang shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, you saw super hard work all the time, and it takes a lot to be the motherfucker that you are, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it is no slight on you that your work ethic is not your own, but rather something that you picked up in a situation where you got the opportunity. Like I said earlier, I alluded to this at the beginning. You were lucky enough to be in an unlucky situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like on the back end, like, it was miserable, man. Like, growing up sucked, dude. It was the worst. That shit was a bummer. But
Right.
like, now you're way better. You're way more into, because like, hey man, like David, whoever the fuck, that had everything given to him and, got his first car bought for him and shit like that. He's bald and he's in a shitty marriage and he's not happy. And then he sees big old Ben Bowman rolling by on a fucking lowrider bike, like, la, 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 I'm doing the best that I've ever been. You know what I mean? And he's like, man, fuck you. I used to pick on you. You're like, yep, you're right. Thanks for that. I'll see you later. Bring, Raiders for life, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, you're thriving now because of the tribulation and the trials that you've been through in the past, and now you have the opportunity that you set your life up that you can look for external stressors to better yourself now. So you put yourself in situations where you're lifting heavy, you're putting yourself in tough situations where, doing a podcast, it's very difficult to do, man. A lot of people can't fucking speak to each other. A lot of people don't have communication skills, you know what I mean?
At all.
And to be a good podcaster and to ask the right questions and to know when to kind of take a step back and having a good listening voice and being an interview, everyone's just like, oh, I can have a conversation. Oh, cool. All right, come on. Let's have a 2-hour conversation about what? Did you and I have any conversation about what was going to happen today? No. Now we're 46 minutes in. We're talking about our lives and how great goulash is, and you know what I mean, this and that, and that is a skill that you've adapted in your life now, because you take your work ethic and you take everything that you've learned over the past, and now you're applying that crazy Ben Bowman angry dad mentality to fucking everything. You know what I mean? Like I said, you don't get to be a giant motherfucker without having to be a motherfucker first. You know
right
what
off
I mean?
top. Right
That's
off top.
You got it. I started out as a motherfucker and now I'm just big. What's up?
That's it. Like, it's the craziest shit. Cause like, even when starting with this podcast, I've like started modeling in after how I talk with my kids and treat my kids, because I've, didn't have a dad, and there's a lot of people that don't have dads, and it's just like putting out this fucking information, talking, because all my kids live a lavish life now. Consider they're suburb kids. They don't know a struggle. They're not from the streets. There's Xbox, PlayStations, internet. Dad, what's for dinner?
Dude.
They have it so fucking good, but also too, I give it to them that good because they deserve it, because they do their work. They're putting in they're doing their school. They're not doing external shit that I was doing at their age, and they deserve everything they got coming towards them. And I do it, but also too, I have the yelling conversations. I have the screaming things at them. Yeah. I break shit down on the real to them, because I want them to have an honest expectation of the world that they're gonna face, because it's that bullshit. And that's like the translation of this podcast. Because like before when I first started, the first, I want to say 20 episodes, just me screaming about how much I hate shit, almost getting arrested, dragged through my fucking window. It
was like giant Ben screaming in his car at his phone, and you were just like, no, this is a fucking madman.
That's it.
You're a psycho. I hope that you're 6'8" and 300 pounds. And sure enough, what are you, 6'6", 280? Like,
I'm 6'5", 300. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're pretty fucking close to my guesstimation. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Like, oh, this guy's a fucking psycho, and I love it.
That's it. And that was just my outlook. And then it eventually evolved, and it got to the point where like people were responding to me where I'm like, oh, my advice is being heard and utilized. And so then it just became more of this motivation because, like, every time I speak into the mic, it's me talking to myself, always reminding myself what to do, how to do it, how to represent myself, how to understand and see myself, and how to have this, like, conversation that I need to hear on a regular basis for everyone else to understand. Because it took me a long time to understand that I don't think the same way, but everyone else thinks like the same situations are happening. Like mine is a million and one stories, but guess what?
They have similar outcomes in their life. They have similar situations. You just have a unique outlook on it. There is a book. Actually, I think I have it. It's chilling over here, but it's called The Hero's Journey. And it basically tells the story of the hero's journey. And then you're reading it and you're like, oh, that's Jesus and Luke Skywalker and Frodo Baggins. And it's like the hero's journey. There's 3 stories ever that are ever told ever. And we just change a couple of things here and there. It's like a mystical old man appears out of the woods and kind of guides you to get to where you're going. And you're like, is that Ben Kenobi? Is that Gandalf?
Yeah.
Which one is it? It's both. So when you realize that, like, you are, and this is like a woo-woo metaphysical conversation here, you are me, I am you, living in a different timeline. We are all ourselves individually, but also we're an amalgamation of the situations and tribulations that we've been through in life.
Yeah.
Everyone has those, and they kind of affect everyone at the same way. The outcomes are a little different here or there. You may have blue eyes. You might like ham sandwiches.
Yeah.
But the thing of it is that, like, you had a turbulent upbringing. I had a turbulent upbringing. We kind of have worked our way together, and now it's like, all right, we can talk for fucking 6 hours straight because we have all of these things in common, and we recognize that.
It's the goddamn truth. It's the goddamn truth. And making those small connections are one of the biggest things that I've come to find in podcasting. Like even with interviewing and talking, is once you make that connection, it's like, you know, you almost have this deep seed, and this is, like I said, going into, you know, it's a connection that's like almost like we're both touching the Akasha records at the exact same time, and at that pinpoint in time, that spark hits, and it's like, I get you, I understand you, I read you, right. And you know what? Because even when we all touch that, some of us are not as connected, but the ones that are, you have that instant connection, that instant spark, and that instant like understanding of like, I can trust this person, I know this person, and we're gonna have a great conversation.
Right. And how often is it that you find someone that you don't like, and that you like? One of my closest friends who I couldn't imagine living without, he and I fucking hated each other, like despised each other. And then there was a time where like we're playing football or whatever, and he's your size, legitimately gigantic. And I'm not a big dude by any means, right? 5'10", 200 pounds. I'm scrappy, and I, been in a lot of fights in my life, but I saw him do something that I didn't fucking like. So I walked up to him and I went chin to chest, and I was like, "What's up, motherfucker? How you doing? You want to have a conversation about what's going on right now?" And he's like, "Yo, what's up? What's up? This and that, blah, blah, blah." And then I said one thing in that argument, and he was like, "Oh, for real? Wait, you like that?" And I was like, "Wait, no, you don't like. Did you just get chocolate in my peanut butter?" And he's like, "Did you get peanut butter in my chocolate?" You know what I mean? And now we're that was 15 years ago. We're the closest of friends. You know what I mean? He's going to be in my wedding party. Yeah. Like it comes down to everyone has something that they can conversate with someone else with. It doesn't matter. Like, I can meet Arnold Schwarzenegger. He could meet Jack Black. Jack Black could meet Dennis Hopper. Dennis Hopper could meet you. Whoever it is, whatever these Johnny fucking whoever the fuck down the street can meet Ben Bowman, and you guys will find something, and then you'll have you just have to be receptive to it. You have to open up and understand that, like, I might not be a gigantic Mexican, but you and I have lived the same life.
Exactly. And that's it, man.
Thousands of the same lives, millions of times. And that's why when you meet a motherfucker like Chris Wutsky and you're like, you dap him up and you're just like, did we meet?
Exactly.
Before?
You look very familiar.
Yeah, you look real familiar. I had a moment like that recently this week. There's some dude that like came into the pizzeria and he was like, "Hey man, what's up?" And I was like, "Oh, fuck that guy. He looks like a dickhead." And he was like, "Hey, what's your special? Like what are you really into?" Sorry, I almost just knocked my glass bottle off.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Shout out
That's
to
all right.
Honest Tea. They just got bought out by Pepsi. So if you want nice organic tea, get it now because they're canceling the entire fucking
shit.
brand. It's a shame. But we were at Whole Foods. Funny enough, this is where I ran into this guy again. But he was like, "I want you to blow me away." And I was like, "Excuse me? Like, who the fuck are you?" And he's like, I love pizza. I like fucking love pizza. And I was like, "Oh, word? This. Like, let me throw these things." And he goes, "Oh, blah, 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 blah." And I was like, "Okay." Like, I kind of like G-checking someone.
All right.
Like, "Oh, really? Like, you're a Raiders fan? Like, who's their running back?" And then he, like, "Oh, shit. Yeah, I like Derek Carr too. All right. All right, cool. Yeah, blah, blah, blah." So he and I sat down, he sat down, he was in the restaurant, like I have a bar front right by where I'm making pies.
Yeah.
So I'm doing my thing or whatever. And we ended up talking for like 45 minutes.
Nice.
And I'm like, "Oh, cool. Like, nice to meet you. You're getting an office in the building in the same place that I'm at. Cool. I'll see you around." So we dap up, whatever. Cool. We're friendly. I ran into him at Whole Foods yesterday while I was buying all my fucking out of stock Honest Teas. And he goes, "I knew I recognized that voice." He goes, "What's up, dude?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, like, hey man, how you doing?" And it was him and his girl, and then I was with Lauren.
Yeah.
And Lauren came around and she was like, "What's up, motherfuckers?" Like,
ready to throw down.
Immediately G-checked. And he was like, "Yo, that's a cool bag," or whatever. And they started talking about fashion and shit. Turns out we're standing there for a fucking hour and a half talking to this guy. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, where the fuck do I know you?
Yeah.
Like an instantaneous connection. He was just like, "Dog, like, this is really cool. Like, our wives are being friendly, like, whatever. Like, let me grab your number. Let me follow you on Instagram real quick. Like, let's make this a thing."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck yeah." And it turns out like he's another creative guy. Like, he's around my age. We're kind of like in the same realms. You know what I mean? He likes all the same shit I like. And he's very well versed in my world. I'm very well versed in his world. And I was just like, fuck, dude. It was one of those instant connections where it's like, fuck, dude. Like, am I going to have to invite you to my wedding now? Like, because like, I feel like we're like tight.
Yeah. And that's how it goes.
Yeah.
I have a brother. My biological brother, but when I worked at Costco at night, I ended up meeting this guy named Dragon. His last name's Mondragon, so it's Dragon right off top.
Fuck yeah, Dragon off top.
Yeah, right off top. So I was training, and he worked out with me like a long time ago. And he's like, he wanted to train with me, so like, I was like, "Look, this is the time I show up at the gym. You show up, you train with me in the conversation. That's just how this works. You don't show up, then you don't work out."
Right.
So, and then, he's his own thing. He's a wild out party person. And then once he starts training with me, starts working out with me, all of a sudden he's just like, we're just having gym talk, like, this and this and this. And all of a sudden he says one thing and I'm like, "No, that's me. Oh, no, this." And then next thing you know, we're fucking completely in tune, in line.
Clicked in.
Like,
it clicked in place.
Yeah, exactly. Once it clicked in, it was like it's funny as hell because I always tell her, and he always used to get mad at us, and because like people would come up to us, I was like, "It's my heterosexual life mate."
Right.
and people's eye, because they don't understand the reference to it,
right.
And they're like, and then it's like, and then he'd be like, "Now they think we fuck." I'm like, "No, because that's not what that means." They don't understand. That's not my fucking fault.
Right. Hey, shout out to Jersey because fucking heterosexual life mate, right?
Know what I'm saying?
Bank. Yeah,
right there.
Right fucking here, baby.
Right fucking there. And it's just funny as hell because, like I said, he basically damn near live with me, stay with me, be at my house, eat my food. He's my uncle to my kids. You know what I'm saying? He was just over here this weekend. We spend copious amount of time with each other all the time because all we do is spitball ideas because it's crazy when you meet someone that's on the same wavelength where they say something, you finish it, or they have a point and you make it, and you fucking you just hit these points.
It's like the Step Brothers moment. Did we just become best friends? Yup.
Yeah.
You're like,
exactly.
That's exactly it.
Yeah. And it's been 10 years. Or not 12. 10 years now. You know what I'm saying? It's, when we met and we started training together, and like I said, he would sleep in his car. He'd take a blanket, and then I get to gym. I'd wake him up like, all right, come on, let's go in there. Tell him like, hey, sleep on my couch, and I'll wake you up when we're ready to go. And then, next thing you know, we're fucking, jack tan and fucking looking good.
Yeah. Yeah. My boy Ricky was the exact same way. We were in the middle of that argument, and then he said one thing, and I was like, huh? And you could see the gear go tick, 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 and he was like, tick, 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 and all of a sudden it was like, and you heard the little Zelda sign, and you're like, fuck. All right, I really wanted to hate you, but I guess we're gonna go get some lunch now.
That's it. We're best friends now.
Yeah, now we're best friends.
Exactly.
I had a very similar moment when Chris Wutsky and I and Jason Alme we were cordial. We were cool, right? Chris and Jay were friendly, right? They were cool hanging out, whatever. He had been up to Boston and they hung out with Joe B and did all that, like on some podcast shit. But then I said one thing about a fucking conspiracy theory, and Jay was like, oh yeah, that was like, and you could see his gear clicking, and Chris was like, yeah, what about if it was the Palladians? And then all of a sudden it was like, king, 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 and all three of them clicked at the same time, and we were like, oh shit.
We're about to break it down.
Yeah, we're about to break it down. And then we're all hanging out, we're having a good time, and then Sam PC 200 happens.
Yeah.
And everyone's here. And I come home from work and Kaz and Joe B are in my kitchen, they're fucking battle rapping, they're doing whatever. Bobby Moore comes over. I got Chris with me. I'm picking up Chris, and then we're all hanging out. We go and we do Sam PC. We're podcasting all day.
Yeah.
The Plunge Boys show up. It's like a fucking 36 people staying at my fucking house. The Plunge Boy, everyone's going out and doing whatever, right? Bobby Moore goes, yo, you guys, if you want to get fucking dumb stoned and podcast with me, come on over. So a ton of those guys just went that way. The Plunge Boys ended up having to go home after the podcast. So it was just the three of us. So Jay's like, hey, we should do a podcast. Let's do it. We ordered Nellie's sandwiches, right? And then we watched Big Trouble in Little China.
Yep, classic.
Stoned to the gills. We went to the beach, we got high, we're smoking cigars in my fucking living room, chilling on my couch, and he's like, all right, hit play, and you can hear it. I think the episode of Schweipen it's called the Conspiracy Bros or whatever, and it's you can hear the gear click in the pod because we're friends, we're podcasting, doing whatever, and then we kind of look around at each other and we're just we had just all taken mushrooms, you know what I mean? So
that next level, it
was all just hitting at the same time, and we were like, God, I think I love you guys. It's I think I love you too. Wait a minute, this is our fucking group chat, and then we just went right into oh, they're eating babies and they're doing this and Chris and I are fucking vibing, and then Almy comes in, and it's just all right, I guess we're the three amigos now. We're the fucking monsters, whatever it is. We're the creatures of the night, motherfucker. What's up? And,
going hard in the paint.
Right. That is an example of you can hear the gears clicking in real time. And it's, I'm lucky enough that those two guys are fucking like you and Kaz and Riley, they're talented fucking podcasters that can carry a conversation when I don't have to be the Jason Alme, you know what I mean? I don't have to be the Ben Bowman, what's up, motherfucker? What's up, party? You know what I mean? I'm blessed enough that those guys are, good enough at their craft as well. But honestly, we say this all the time, privately and on the podcast.
Yeah.
If we stopped podcasting today, if this is the very last podcast I ever do, Ben, you're coming to my wedding.
I'll be there.
I'm coming to San Francisco. We're going to Pizza Antica because that is look, you want to talk about fucking, you got to go to Pizza Antica, dog. They have my oven, but it rotates itself and they make proper pizza. The water's not as great, right? Yeah. But it is what it is. but like we're friends. We're those are my brothers. You guys are my brother. Like there's
me tell you right now, we all get down. That's the greatest part about being in the circles. Like even when I joined, Mike was like, "Look, just be careful with the." Not even be careful, but like, hey, just understand the group chat's what the group chat is. Like, no, I go hard in the paint too, just like everybody else.
Right.
And
exactly.
To hear like-minded people joking and having a good fucking time is exactly what I enjoy. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of the two, everybody, just like you said, everyone here is on point. Everyone's about what they do. Everyone is their own personality. There's literally, and it's a one-off of everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no fucking copy, and everyone's got their own thing. Everyone's got their own sound, their own technique. And what's great is we can all bounce each other's ideas off of each other all the time and get honest fucking response, and not like a fucking like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, like a bunch of yes men.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah. We're like a savage group of pirates. You know what I mean? Just like swashbuckling through fucking the ocean and be like, you know, one guy is the tank, one guy is the mystic, one guy is this guy is the captain, that guy is doing it, but everyone comes together at the right time. Speaking of, motherfucker, I got a fucking bone to pick with you about One Piece. You big son of a bitch. Look, it is that's peak fiction. All right, fuck Batman, fuck Mickey Mouse, fuck Naruto, Shippuden, and you know what? I love Dragon Ball Z. I'm not going to say fuck DBZ because I have DBZ tattoos. Yeah. But if you don't fucking just pick it up somewhere else, man.
Well, I'm going to watch it. It's just so hard because I gotta start at the beginning again. And then just plow through it.
You understand? They get the guy.
Oh, look, I know.
I'll do the first 100 episodes for you right now. Luffy accidentally eats a fruit. It's the Gumma Gumma no Mi, right? He stretches. Boom. He's got a rubber fruit. He meets a guy, right? His name is Zoro. He's a pirate hunter. That motherfucker fights with 3 swords. He puts a sword in his mouth. That makes him 1/3 stronger than every other fucking dude on the planet, right? They're fucking around. They meet a cat burglar. Her name's Nami. She's trying to take all their treasure. Turns out they can kind of fight. She's in debt. You find out that she's like, she's stealing so that she could pay off this dude that's a fucking shark, right? Then they meet this guy who's a liar. He's super good at fucking telling jokes and like finding his way around. You know what I mean? His name's Usopp. God Usopp, by the way. Put some goddamn respect on his name, motherfucker. Chris Watsky, I hear you. You go fuck yourself, all right? Goddamn name on God Usopp's name. Go put some respect on his goddamn name, for fuck's sake. And guess the fuck what? You know what? They got a skeleton with an afro. His name's Brooke. That's the fuck.
Rock hard with him.
Yeah, I fucks with Brooke. This is the first 100 episodes, all right? Yeah. The doctor, he's a reindeer. He speaks English. Go fuck yourself. I don't care.
I'm going to start at 101.
Oh, look, you need to get to the point where they get Frankie, and you and Frankie are going to be broke. We're going
to be scissoring for those who can't see.
He's just a massive American dude that's built like a robot. He works on his body to make himself better, and he dresses like me. Like he wears tiny little fucking short booty shorts, and he's got fucking cool hair. And
I'm bringing those back.
Yeah,
we're wearing Gucci Daddy fucking shorts.
I got them on right now, but if I flash it, you'll be fucking ripped down off YouTube because I got way too much meat to be wearing this. You understand what I'm saying? We build different out here, boy. Now
that's it.
So they get the guys together, you know what I'm saying? Oh, fucking, all right. Chaos ensues, whatever. Luffy wants to be the pirate king. You know, we're going in. Oh, we find this chick. Her name's Nico Robin. She can grow arms wherever the fuck she wants because she ate the flower fruit. She's a bad motherfucker. You know, they fight Crocodile. They save Alabasta. And then they go on their merry Oh, I forgot about Sanji. I'm sorry. My bad, Sanji. Blackfoot Sanji. He's the cook. He doesn't use his hands because it's for 2 things, fucking bitches and cooking meals. And that's the only 2 things he uses his hands for. Oh, and lighting cigarettes. This motherfucker smokes like it was me in high school. He might smoke 14 packs a day, I think. But he's a bad motherfucker. Down. Here's the thing about One Piece. It's getting better, okay? I'm reading it weekly. Hunter and I have our own private little chat.
Yeah.
We'll talk about One Piece, and that's it. It's amazing. It's still coming on to this day. I understand it's a heavy lift.
No, it's a heavy lift, but
here's the thing about Shippuden. Shippuden is 50% or first Naruto, right?
Yeah.
Naruto is the Dragon Ball to Shippuden is
exactly.
Okay. So there's like 50% filler.
Yeah.
Look,
but also too, like I watched all of it before it ended.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't even watch the Baruto one because I don't watch if it's a sub. I can't read fast enough because I'm not that smart. So if it doesn't come dub, I don't fucking watch it.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Oh, I will.
Now,
dare you. Let me tell you right now. I do not watch nothing sub, only dub.
Man, you watch Ip Man in English.
Yeah.
Benjamin.
Yeah, I do. Because guess the fuck what? I want to hear what's happening because I can't. It's either I read it or I watch it. That's just it. I have dyslexia, so like when I look at things, I cannot read it fast enough to watch it.
Look, you don't have to pull out a fucking doctor's note to tell me you're a fucking jerk. I get it. I understand. Look, all right, but like the original Wu-Tang, you watched it. I mean, look, the original Wu-Tang in English, like you gotta. Yeah, I get it. I understand. I get it. But like now, like you're an adult, bro. Yeah. Like make the athletic play. Come on.
Like I said, I will die on dub, and that's just how that's my hill. That's my hill.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you right now, like I said, I watch everything dub. If it's a necessary where I cannot watch a dub, then I will turn to sub. But the thing is almost everything comes instantly dubbed now. Like I might have to wait a month, but guess what? I can wait the fucking month.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not that invested. That being said, are you still watching anime? Like, are you watching?
Yeah, I still watch it. I watch it every day. I'm literally like I've rewatched Berserk 4 times this month, and that's one of my favorite.
It's coming back.
Oh yeah, they're always in talks of if or when they're going to come back. But after the person died, they're just like, well, now who are they going to take over? You know what I'm saying?
His best friend picked it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But there's always talk of like it's been years since they said they're going to do it. So if they do. Great. No,
it's like confirmed. Like they're doing.
Is it confirmed?
100% confirmed. Like,
well,
for sure, Berserk is coming back.
Then I'm waiting on Berserk because that's the most underrated anime out there. I'm sorry if you have not seen Berserk and you've missed the fuck out.
Yeah,
I got both versions. I own both versions. I own the original and I own the fucking the CGI generated one, and they're both fucking beautiful.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
There's a new anime that I would like to point you in the direction of because you're gonna fucking love because you're an anime dork like I am.
Yeah,
I know you grew up very similar.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Just because you were creased up on the couch with
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
Still creased up watching though.
Right, exactly. Flip brim and all that.
That's it.
Demon Slayer.
Well, I already watched it, already up to date, waiting on the new ones. You know what I'm saying? I took my daughter to go see the train. At the theaters, we didn't see the new one in the theaters, but we watched it at home.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah,
good.
It's great. It's great. The animation, the story, the background, the inner monologue. Look, inner monologue is beautifully done because it's smooth. It's not dragging. It's full of emotion.
There's zero filler.
Yeah, zero filler.
Straight action.
Yeah.
Have you watched Jujutsu Kaisen?
That's my next one I'm getting ready to watch. I haven't seen it yet. I know it's on HBO Max.
Yeah.
But I know Crunchyroll and Funimation are getting ready to merge, but we still have Funimation, so I'm not sure if it's done yet because I was in the middle of watching the original Dragon Ball. I think I'm up to 150 on original Dragon Ball at the moment because I'll usually knock about 4 out a day just to kind of refresh my mind on things.
Right.
But but that one though is my next one on because I've been seeing a lot of memes of that character going hard in the paint. So I'm like, okay, it's caught my interest.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen is fucking amazing, dude. Yeah. And it's another one that's like straight action. It's like, hey man, eat this finger. All right, it's time to fight everyone. Like, whoa, all right, we're 5 minutes in. There's like a demon coming out of the ground and like some dude that's really good at karate with a blindfold on. What's happening here? You know what I mean? And then he like does it like 6 episodes in, he like does this little cross finger thing, and you're like, what's happening? You're like, oh, there's like a whole nother layer to this fucking show.
Shit.
Nuts.
I'm definitely in because like right now, One Punch Man has had my interest with the mangas. And like I said, there's a few YouTube channels where they basically just do page reads and put their own little spin on it. And so One Punch Man right now, and I don't know how far, I don't want to spoil anything, but he's basically fighting the omnipotent one in the background. So it's like, oh shit. And yet he still hasn't broke his stride. So it's getting pretty fucking gnarly right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm just a regular guy that does 10 push-ups and 10 jumping jacks or whatever the fuck.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But never stops though. That's the question.
Not once.
Not once.
I'm just a guy who's a superhero for fun.
Fun. Exactly.
Oh, I'm the fucking demon spawn. This is like, yeah, all right, cool.
yeah. Catch me later.
Right. Hey, here's my sidekick. He's gonna fucking handle you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I love it. I'm in, man. I watched all of One Piece during COVID.
Yeah.
During the fucking break or whatever. And I just became like you. I don't know when to not go hard. Yeah. So now I'm obsessed, and now I have One Piece tattoos, and there's like a fucking Mugiwara hanging over there. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get everyone in on it. And
I mean, that's me with Dragon Ball. I got a little Dragon Ball shrine under all my Raider shrine.
Fuck yeah!
I got my only color tattoo is this Dragon Ball color tattoo. That's it. That's literally only.
On my leg, I have a Master Roshi with blood coming out of his
That's
nose.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, with a big smile on his face. Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Fuck yeah.
I swear to God. Well, and thank you for coming on, bro. I appreciate it. Come on, have a conversation with me, breaking it down, introducing you to my crowd out here.
What's up, you fucking animals? How you doing?
That's it. So, guess the fuck what? Is the angry motherfucking dad? You want to watch my shit? IGTV, YouTube. You want to listen to Spreaker, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, SoundCloud, Deezer, iHeartRadio. This motherfucker's everywhere. You can easily fucking find it. Rate, review, like, subscribe, all that fucking bullshit. We are part of the Inner Circle Podcast Network, group of powerful podcasters out there sharing their shit. It's innercirclepn.com. We'll take every one of our podcasts, every one of our platforms, every one of our shows. We got shows as Creatures of the Night, The Hood Diner, The Untrained Eye, The Plunge, Failing Hollywood, Simmons and More podcasts. Shit happens when you party naked, and you know what? It's too hot for the fucking internet, so guess the fuck what? You got to go to patreon.com/Team Almy, and we'll see y'all motherfuckers on the next one. Fuck.
Never die. Always living. Always living. Always living. Always living. Always living. Always living.